So after 21 days, 32 matches, 68 goals, 90 red cards, 90 yellow cards, 2 red cards. Afterwards, the 2015 Orange Africa Cup of Nations has ended. And of course, we know how the cookie crumbled at the Estadio de Bata yesterday between the Black Stars of Ghana and their counterparts from the Ivory Coast. In the end, it was the Black Stars who had to succumb to a defeat. Welcome to Soccer Rocks with me, Baba Tando. Thanks to checky.com.gh, the official online sponsors of the Black Stars. Thanks also to Big One Razor. So unique, so many reasons to love it. Thanks so much to Slid Industries, producers of MVP and Hofentwa 23 various body products and hair products. Thanks also to Agape Ventures, your authentic replica jersey warehouse. They have made it possible for us to have 16 episodes actually of Soccer Rocks for this season, and what a way to say thanks to them, other than inviting them all to the studio this afternoon for us to review the just ended Orange Africa Cup of Nations. I know it will be difficult, but don't worry, it's not impossible. And also, of course, we'll also be showing our gratitude to them by giving them some space to talk about their products as well. My name is Baba Tando. If you're behind your laptop, behind your PC, behind your phone, with your tablet, with your iPad, whatever device that gives you internet, go on to facebook.com/joynews and tell me what your general assessment of the just ended 2015 Orange Africa Cup of Nations is. Just tell me what it is. And I'm supposed to have 2 of my sponsors in the studio this afternoon, but as just one person is here at the moment. You get to see her in a little bit. But yesterday, you know, former Ghana international Samuel Sekufo, he made a very wild prediction that went against him, and he actually went on a bet. All through the tournaments, throughout Ghana's games, he's been making certain predictions. He's always been left off the hook because the Black Stars have always been recording victories. But last night, he was so unlucky. The Black Stars of Ghana lost, and he said on supersports.com, actually on Supersports, on their review show for the AFCON 2015, that if Ghana lost, he was going to shave his hair live on air. And, I mean, he couldn't have been spared by Robert Marawa. If indeed Robert Marawa had spared him, I would have done that thing on my own. But Sami Kufo actually had to get his hair shaved off. And as we speak, he is Santo. Let's see what happened. so mean. But in the end, there was a professional barber who came into the studio to salvage the situation. So he actually shaved off all the hair. And so Sami Kufo was Santo, actually. All right, so in the studio with me is a sales manager for Slid Industries. Slid Industries are the producers of MVP products, hair products, body products, and all of that. We'll get to meet her in a bit, but before then, let me drink some water. I'll be back. Welcome back, Madam Alberta Hammond is the sales manager at Slid Industries, producers of MVP range of products, hair, body. You want your skin to look good, you need to go to Slid Industries and get your MVP products. Madam Alberta Hammond, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
I realized that when I started talking about reviewing the AFCON, you made a face, and that showed that it was a big surprise. It was a bit of a surprise.
Yes,
don't worry, we'll talk. Don't worry, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But thanks very much to Slid Industries for all the support you have given us over the years. For Soccer Rocks, I mean, you sponsored AFCON Rocks, you came to support Soccer Rocks, and this season you're with us again. Thank you so much.
What
have we done to deserve this good gesture from you?
I think it's a working relationship. You know, Multi-Choice and Slid Industries have a working relationship.
Multimedia Ghana.
Yes, Multimedia Ghana. And I'm sure it's because of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
We are so grateful to you. So, you've been watching the AFCON?
Yes, from the beginning.
Wow! So you've seen all the games?
Yes, I watched all the games with my little boy, who is 6 years old.
Wow. So which of the games impressed you the most?
Our game with South Africa.
You mean Ghana's game with South Africa?
Yes,
oh, okay.
yes, okay. Because I knew South Africa has the best players. And so when we lost our first match, when we lost our first match, I thought that was going to have influence on us.
On the last game?
Yes.
On all the games? Okay.
Yes, on all the games. But thanks be to God, we were able to make it. And our last loss wasn't a loss. Because when you watch from the beginning, we were the better side.
Yes.
But I think...
I like that one.
Yes, we did well, and I think we took almost all the prizes after the match.
Oh yes. The day you took the top scorer award.
Yeah.
Achu was the goal of the tournament award, as well as the MVP. Kwesi won an award.
Yes. And I see it not as a defeat, but as a victory. Though the cup didn't come to Ghana, I see it as champion. Ghanaians are champion. When you talk about football, it's Ghana.
Wow, I'm so happy. I mean, I'm just so happy. But Auntie Alberta, tell me, how would you generally assess the entire tournament?
Performance was good. I mean, every side was good. But what really upset me was the behavior of the Equatorial. I think they had wanted to spoil the whole show, but at least we were able to, I mean,
get away around.
Yeah, get away around it, and I think it went well. We all saw good plays, and then we all saw good games. So generally it was good. Was
there one particular player that was outstanding for you?
Yes, this boy, Kwesi.
Oh.
Yes, they interviewed him, and then I remember he said he thanked the coach.
Avram Grant?
Yes, yes, for identifying him, because I was told he wasn't playing a first division team.
No. He's in Cambridge United.
Yes.
And that's what you call it? Cambridge United is a fourth tier, so Division 3.
Division.
No, Division 3.
Okay.
Yes, in Ghana.
And for somebody from a Division 3 to put up that good performance, I think he was my best player.
I see.
Though Jonathan Mensah has been my best player, but I think this boy was tremendous. Jonathan is my darling boy. Anyway.
Wow. Any special relationship with Jonathan Mensah?
No, I haven't met him before. We haven't spoken before, but he's a gentle giant. That's how I'll put it.
Wow. I like the passion with which you talk about
I love that
players.
boy. Yes.
Okay. So we will just take a quick breather. AFCON Rocks, Soccer Rocks actually will be back on your screens in just a little bit. Okay, welcome back. I'm trying to get your comments from Facebook. It's going to take a little while because internet, as usual, is not my friend this afternoon. So, yeah, okay. We're working some magic, and it's simple. Just go onto facebook.com/Joy News on TV and give me your general assessment of the just ended Orange Africa Cup of Nations. I know I owe quite a number of you some prizes. I remember that, but it's not entirely my fault. You were supposed to come with a valid ID or with valid identifications to collect your prizes. So do come with your ID for identification and collection. Okay, so internet is loading. Whilst we wait for the internet to load, for your messages actually to load, let's go back to Madam Alberta Hammond, the sales manager for Slate Industries. Yes, the CEO of Agape Ventures is here. He's so late and he's in trouble, like he's in mad trouble. Madam Alberta.
Yes, dear.
So you were telling me how Kwesi is your player of the tournament.
Yes.
I see. Who was your worst performer? Whose performance put you off the most?
Are you talking about the Black Stars?
Any of the 16 teams?
The goalkeeper of Equatorial Guinea.
Ovono.
Yes.
Why?
He was a bad nut.
What? No, he wasn't the one who injured Asamajan. It was the goalkeeper for Guinea. His name is Nabi Yatara. The one who got Asamajan injured,
yeah,
right?
Is it not the Equatorial Guinea?
No, that is Guinea.
Oh, okay, then that Guinea, guy.
Guinea,
yes, that guy.
Nabi Yatara. You don't like him, eh?
I don't like him
at
all.
He had the guts to say that he didn't owe Jan any
he said he's not going to apologize because it wasn't an intentional. If it wasn't an intentional, why don't you say, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't do it intentionally. You add it to it, and it settles the score. But if you say you are not going to apologize, it's rude anyway. Very rude.
Mr. Inchibo Isiako, Akwaba. You are late. Why? Traffic. But I gave you time. So what happened? You owe me.
I do.
So much.
I do.
Yes, and for those of you who are winning jerseys and other paraphernalia from this particular show, Soccer Rocks, this is the gentleman behind it. He has given us so much support. This is our 3rd season in collaboration, right, Richard? This is our 3rd season,
yes,
right?
Yes,
and he's been doing tremendously well for us. Thanks very much, Richard.
You're welcome.
But that doesn't mean I'm forgiving you for coming late. Richard, how would you assess the just under 2015 Orange Africa Cup of Nations?
On the whole, I think it's a good tournament, and considering the time they gave Equatorial Guinea, yes, and they were able to put up this. I think it's a tremendous, tournament. They've done very well.
Did you get a lot of sales, especially as the Black Stars were progressing?
Not as expected. I don't know what the problem was. I don't know if it's because of the World Cup fiasco.
You know what the problem was from Brazil.
Yes, and the way we started the group stages, it was a very slow start. So I think people weren't in the spirit. Yeah, they lost hope. So sales were down. Yeah.
Oh, too bad. But you make amends. Don't worry.
Yes, sure.
I'll personally come and take some of the stuff and go sell them for you.
Sure.
But
So I'll be very
the
good.
one to account to keep all the money.
Sure.
Who was outstanding for you? Okay, before who? Which of the games, the 32 games, was outstanding for you and why?
I would go for Ghana, Guinea.
Why?
Yes, I would. We played a flowing game. Like after we bounced back to our feet, I think that was the game we really played very well.
When we beat them by 3 goals to
yes,
and they never saw it coming.
We never saw it coming.
Did you expect that?
No. I was expecting a slight margin win, but
maybe like a 1-0
or a 2-0, a 2-1, yeah. But for 3-0, I was.
Before this tournament started, what was your mentality about the Black Stars?
I knew they were going to do well because of the bashing, and I knew they were going to prove a point. So I was very confident in the team. Even though Ghanaians weren't, I was very, very confident in the team. And lo and behold, they did well.
We were so close yet so far away.
Yes, so close. But fortune, what would you do?
Yeah.
Yes.
So after 32 games, CAF decided that Christian Atsu was the most valuable player of the tournament. He also won the goal of the tournament. Andre Dede Ayew went away as the goal king. The fair play award of the tournament went to Kwesi Appiah. And yesterday's game saw Efriye Akwa winning the man of the match. For you, for all the 16 teams that were in Equatorial Guinea, which player from which team was the most phenomenal and outstanding, in your opinion?
I would still go for Christian Atsu. Even though he was, criticized about losing some balls, I think he did very well, very, very well. He's been able to take a lot of defenders, dribbles, and that wonderful goal. You can't leave it out. He was my greatest of the tournament because we tipped Yaya Toure, the Man City new signing, Winfred Bonny, and they didn't live to that expectation. So I'll still go for Christian Atsu.
I see. Okay, so he owes me another penalty because his phone is ringing. Who was your worst performer?
Worst performer? I wouldn't say I have a worst performer. I think everybody was fairly good, on the average. Nobody. As you were saying, the Guinean goalkeeper, he was cruel. I would say cruel, but
he says he wasn't cruel. He says it was a fair tackle. I mean, he needed to defend himself. He needed to defend his post.
It wasn't. It was deliberate. It was deliberate. From the beginning, after Christian Atsu's goal, he was, agitated and even pushed him down, and that was unprofessional. So going ahead to give Asamoah that stamp, I think it was uncalled for. And even Asamoah says he can't even forgive him. So I think CAF and FIFA should do something about it.
Okay. Was there any country that didn't live up to expectation for you?
I would say Cameroon.
Cameroon. They went out right in the group stage.
Yes, that was. I expected them to at least be in the semis, and to drop out in the group stage. I think that was abysmal to us.
Alberta, yes. Which country did not live up to expectation for you?
South Africa.
Really? Of all the teams, you thought South Africa could have done better?
Yes, better.
Why?
You know, when you talk about football, those days when I was little, you know, it was South Africa when Fish, was it Fish? Mark Fish and those guys were around.
And that guy who did us in, what's his name? Siyabonga Nombeti.
Yes,
oh my word.
You know, so I was expecting a good performance from South Africa, but unfortunately, they went away. Yeah.
I see. So you were sad?
Not sad too much, but you know, football is a game of chance. Definitely. That's how I see it. It doesn't matter how skillful you are. It's the goals that yes, taking your chances and then just scoring.
It's rather unfortunate. The internet is like slowing me down so much. I cannot read your comments at this moment. But I promise you, we have about 6 minutes to the end of the show. Before the show ends, I'm sure God would have worked the miracle, and then I'd be able to open up the page, the messages on Facebook. But going into 2017, first of all, let's talk about the host nation, the probable host nations, the potential host nations. Ghana is one of them. Do you think Ghana should be given the bid?
As a businessman, definitely. Yes. Yes. I would like to be. I would like Ghana to host it, and we'll go for a host and win. I strongly
for
believe.
2008,
yes.
You said the same thing.
This time we are for it.
Yeah, very determined.
Yeah, but we hosted in which year?
In 2008.
2008. Okay.
And we were third.
Yeah.
We couldn't even qualify to the finals. Do you think we should be giving another chance?
Yes, I should. I think so. I think so, and I think around this time we will do much better, because we have, you know, all the guys that played are young guys. Apart from Asamoah Christian Achu. And
your darling boy.
Yeah, my darling boy, and is it Bedu? Ajiman Bedu. You know, they are the old players. And apart from these four, yes, the day, you know, they are, when I say they are the old players,
they
are
the
seniors.
Yes,
and then when you look at them, the rest, they are all young guys. And I know Ghana has a future, you know, talking about a bright future, talking about the players. We will get somewhere. We will get somewhere.
Richard, going into AFCON 2017, in case Ghana gets the nod from CAF to host, what would you want to see as an addition to the tournament, taking 2015 as a cue?
Looking at the physical structure.
I mean, you can talk about infrastructure, you can talk about the style of play. I mean, what would you want to see as an improvement over this year's tournament?
I think the infrastructure, now looking at the state of the Ohenijan,
Accra Sports Stadium.
Yes, the scoreboard is not working. I think, I don't know what they have been waiting for. I don't know how much.
Honestly, in the face of this doomso thing and the fact that Ghanaians are crying there's no money in our pockets, do you think we should waste all of that money and host the competition other than channeling the money into giving us energy? Forgive me, I'm being a bit diabolical and political. Don't mind. Please go on to your earlier statement.
I wouldn't say it would be a waste of money. I think it's an investment. If we put in more money to host, we will get the returns. Price. Yes, you know, the hotels, business people, you know, investors will come in, and Ghana will be,
of course, people will come to you to buy more
paraphernalia. Sure. So it's an investment. I wouldn't say it's a waste of money. So we should go for it if they would.
And improve on the infrastructure. Okay, yes. Alberta, he is saying that he would want to see an improvement in infrastructure. Going into 2017, what would you want to see as an improvement over this year's competition?
That is if Ghana hosts or the whole tournament.
I mean, whoever gets the nod to host.
Yes, I think I will side with
Richard.
Yes, because he is talking about investment. Yes, if you invest and then you don't do maintenance, it's
as good as wrong.
Yes, as good as wrong. And so if we really want to host the 2017, Then I think it's a good idea, but please, let's have the culture of maintenance so that we don't host 2017 and then come 2020, we have to go back and work on all the stadium. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we are about 2 minutes to the end of the show and to the end of this particular season. In a minute each, sell your company and sell yourself. Let me begin with you, Richard.
Oh, okay.
What's your company? What do you do? And
our company is Agape Ventures, and we deal in sports apparels and customized merchandise.
Very authentic sports apparels.
Very authentic, yes. Football has moved to the age of, you know, just the pitch and making noise and all that. Sometimes you have to make noise with the shirts, yes. You have to
like
speak
I did
with it.
With my Black Stars shirt.
Exactly. When you support the Black Stars.
Well.
Oh.
I nearly took it off.
So basically, we bring fun to the game. You know, you support, you watch, and you wear. So that.
Where can you be found? Where can you be located?
Our office is at Mateko near the Central University.
You want to leave a phone number or two?
Okay, you can reach us on 0243 121922.
Okay, so I can vouch for Agape Ventures. I mean, they have the best quality replica jerseys that you can think about. Are you ready, or you want to sip on some water before?
I'm okay.
Okay, so sell yourself to us, Lady Industries.
Yes, my name is Alberta, and I work in the sales department. We are into production of hair products. The company is Slade Industries, but we manufacture MVP hair products. And when you talk about MVP, we have a slogan which goes, "Ahofen to us or any 3 year." So if you want to look more beautiful on the outside, then I challenge you to use MVP. You have the best results after using it. We are not only into hair products, but we have skin products. I think my skin speaks for it for itself. And so we are located on the South Industrial Area. We are directly opposite New Plant Station, and we are opposite what's the school? Glaze.
Ghana Lebanon Islamic
Yes, we are directly opposite the school. And our telephone number, let me give you my telephone number, 0244235099. When you call me, I'm always at your service.
Okay, so these two noble persons and their various organizations, their respective organizations, have actually made it possible for us to bring you 16 episodes of Soccer Rocks this season, this AFCON season. I mean, you will not see the last of me yet, but this is the final bit of Soccer Rocks, especially after the end of the 2015 Orange Africa Cup of Nations. I'll be back on your screens with something different, something bigger, something mega you don't want to miss. My name is Baba Tando. Thanks to every one of you that have sent messages. Thanks to every one of you that has watched. Every one of you that has contributed in any way. The cameraman, who is on duty? Can you come and say? Can you come and just give a wave? Come. Anybody who's here, come and give a wave. So, all right, come. Don't worry. Today we can break the rules. Come. So, production crew, Eunice Foley, Sarah Opare, Abla de Souza. Okay, so you. Okay. What's the name again? Who's my director for today? Eugene, Jack Lord, who else? Ajari is here. Nikwe is a lighting man. Abladi Souza and Mama V have been my producers. Emma Morrison, my executive producer, with support from Kofi Tando, my husband. Who else? Mama V was here for me on Friday. Mama V is always giving me pressure and stress, of course, to get the best out of the show. And to every one of you who has contributed in any way, thanks very much. We'll be back on your screens with something more spectacular. Until then, hasta la vista.